It's a game day episode of Boy Green Daily. New York Jets, New England Patriots, a chance to sweep their ass for the first time in 24 gosh darn years. Let's get ready, baby, and we'll get you ready for it right here on Boy Green Daily.
I'm going to lose my gosh darn bananas. Boy Green Daily starts now. Zoinks!
I made it clear that my intention was to play, and my intention was to play for the New York Jets.
What's going on, everybody? I'm Paul Eston Jr., a.k.a. Boy Green. I'm the New York Jets digital reporter for Evie.com. Welcome to Boy Green Daily, a daily New York Jets video show, also available wherever you get your friggin' podcast, baby. Appreciate y'all right off the top. But before we get to our special guest here on a game day episode, MFC mother_effing_chew with a gifted membership. Let's get this party started. Oh, yeah, baby. And our gifted member is none other than Bang Mateo, who we always appreciate in the comments section. We appreciate you. And let's flip the light switch. We are 39 members away from NY Jets FL getting his emoji, baby. So keep those memberships flowing, and we could get NY Jets FL his emoji, which we appreciate. Make sure you guys like the video, hit subscribe. And if you'd like to buy your own membership to the club, you like what's going on here, it is currently the pinned comment on youtube.com/boygreen25. Click that. Join the Boy Green Coffee Club. It's only $2.99 a month to help support the show, or you can do so always in the YouTube description down below. And one final choice, if you'd like MFC and you're a charitable fella, you can feel free to gift some memberships. That's available on YouTube. Just hit the money sign, final option, give channel memberships, and gift as many as your heart desires. And that would be wonderful. So shout out to MFC, baby, for making it happen. Let's get to our special guest. He joins us every game day episode. We'll be seeing a lot of Wudi rocking everywhere with a Sunday appearance, a Tuesday appearance, a Thursday morning appearance, a Thursday afternoon appearance. I mean, he is working overtime, and I'm absolutely not going to pay him any extra for it. Let's bring him in, James Wudi.
Morning, it is Sunday. We gonna have a fun day. It is so exciting to see all of our frowns turn upside down, courtesy of our beloved New York Jets. Today's going to be a great day.
There's no doubt about it, Wudi. It is going to be a great day, and I can't wait for it. It's going to be awesome. So let's get this party started. And for those who are new to the show, in general, we appreciate you. Welcome. God bless. Bring the family next time. It's a family affair. But also, we do a little bit of something special for Wudi, because one of Wudi's many jobs is as a professor of Wudiology, and it is a special job that he is given on a week-to-week basis. His job is to educate the great unwashed that we are, and try to learn a little bit more about the New York Jets and how this whole shish kebab is working. He gives us the behind-the-scenes details that is completely necessary, and that is this: the Week 8 Wudi 3. Three things that Wudi is looking at in the Jets-Patriots game, and again, you learn a little something on each episode. And let's go. Wait a second. Who the hell is this? I've seen this guy on milk cartons before. Who is this guy? Number one on the list. Better late than never?
Yeah, I mean, my favorite comment maybe that I've seen on Instagram all year was when the Jets official Instagram account posted Hassan. The top comment was number 7 because he's 7 weeks late. That's what they said. So a lot of obvious questions there. You know, is he out of shape? You know, a big thing about why he didn't get the contract he deserved was his age, right? Is, you know, has he become washed up a little bit, right? There are factors at play here. So the interesting thing about Hassan, right? There are reasons to believe he might have a good game. There are reasons to believe that it might be a little slow. I just said a few of why it might be a little slow. Also, could be worth noting, he ended last season 4 straight games without a sack, and then in the playoffs, he pretty much didn't have a stat in their playoff game when they got beat 32-9 to the Buccaneers. So this could be his 6th consecutive game without a sack. Somebody who we say, is a sack merchant. So that wouldn't be great. But flip that coin on the other side, going against the league's worst offensive line. I knew things were bad, but looking at the metrics, I didn't understand that they were that bad. They kind of have actually looked like a Jets offensive line the last couple of years. They've been ravaged by injuries every single week, calling up practice squad players from different teams. Hey, can you come? Can you play? So we already saw what happened the first time that the Jets played the Patriots. 7 sacks. Right, we had some for Jacoby. We had some for Drake May. Drake May played 4 minutes, and he was sacked twice. So it could be more of the same. So I'm curious to see how much Hassan contributes to the overall sack and pressure numbers.
Yeah, and you even have it here on the screen for Wudi 3. Excuse me, about can he join the sack party? Will he be the defensive line version of Tyron Smith? Oh, hey now. What you would have told me that before the year, I'm like, please, I'd love for him to be the defensive line version of Tyron Smith, the stalwart of sorts on the defensive line, which would be fun. And it's crazy. He has no pitch count. It's not, Ulbrich said that he's not going into the game saying, he's got 10 snaps in him or 15 snaps in him. They don't evaluate it that way. They said they will base it on how he operates in the game. And if he's looking good, they will keep feeding him more. And if he's not, then they won't. So that will be a fly by the seam of their pants, which has been a Jet strategy for about as long as I've been alive. So not too shabby, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, that's true too. But yeah, the New England Patriots offensive line sucks, giving up the 2nd most sacks in the NFL, only behind the Cleveland Browns. All right, different episode perhaps with what we get. That's a separate Wudi 3. That's the prison Wudi 3 for God's sake. But anywho, it's neither here nor there. Let's get to some more Wudiology here. And I feel like sometimes you have words here and you have to give it an extra pronunciation. It's gonna be May.
It sure is.
Oh, wow.
Is. Shout out to NSYNC. But Drake May, yes. He has been fantastic, and it's not me just talking out my ass here. You got to call a spade a spade. You got to acknowledge what somebody's doing. And, he is the 2nd player in the history of the NFL with 500 pass yards and 5 passing touchdowns in his first 2 starts. Dan Marino.
Who's the other guy?
Dan Marino.
Oh, that guy's pretty good. Yeah.
Yes. For 41 years, he was the sole holder of that record. And now Drake May, little Drake May, who's actually not little at all. He's 6'4", 235 pounds.
Okay. Mama fed him his Wheaties. I see. Okay.
Yes, sure has. So he has been great, given the circumstances that we just said about the league's worst offensive line. His wide receivers. I mean, we just talked to the great Henry McKenna over at Fox Sports, and he was saying names. I thought he was. I don't even know who he was talking about, but I guess he was saying the wide receiver trio for the Patriots. I can't even remember them. I think he said Luigi Douglas or something. I don't even know. But for him to accomplish those numbers with those players, right? He don't have Devontae, he don't have Mike Will, he don't have Garrett, and yet his stats, might be a little bit better than Aaron. So I just want to see what the defense can do. I was actually prepared to make some bold predictions, but now with DJ Reed back, Michael Carter the second back, on that trio of wide receivers, it might be a tough day at the office for Mr. May. So I'm just hoping to see, and with Hassan, if Hassan is Hassan, then I mean let's see what happens. But Drake is definitely a talented player. He can make plays with his legs, which we've seen the Jets struggle with. They have Will Levis running wild. So let's see what they can do to contain this child.
And that's a good number too. You have it on the screen. There's 7 yards per carry. That's pretty good as a rusher for old Drake May there. That's not a too shabby of a statistic. Yeah, I'm writing a piece about Sauce Gardner. It's going to drop after this show, but like Sauce has been kind of having a rough year, and there's some numbers to back that up. But like when I was looking at Sauce's numbers, double checking, because like you like to have facts and stats that back up, the crazy words that you say. Not you, the general you. And I went like, who's the, Sauce Gardner is the 28th corner in coverage grade for PFF. Well, not great, but number 1 is DJ Reed this season. Like, he is kicking ass. And you're just like, damn, okay, we see you, DJ Reed. And I just want to give a shout out because Rich Cimini did in his column this morning to Isaiah Oliver, who was the first New York Jets free agent addition this year. He was cut actually by the 49ers, so the Jets got him before free agency actually started. If you were cut ahead of time, you can sign whatever you want, and the Jets signed him in either very early March or late February, and we signed Isaiah Oliver, and I hear a lot of people go, who the hell is that loser? Who's that guy? And I heard when we were getting to final roster cuts, people were saying, can we cut this loser? This guy sucks. I remember people saying that when we were getting to 53-man roster cutdown time in late August, early September. And Isaiah Oliver, man, I just want to give, again, a big shout out to you. Guys can read it in the full column for Rich Cimini this morning here. But Isaiah Oliver signed a 1-year deal for $2.5 million. And he, so far this season, has appeared in 223 defensive snaps. He has spent time at nickel, dime, outside corner, and now safety. When Michael Carter II was out, he was our starting slot corner. Michael Carter II's back. He's like, oh, shit, we need someone at safety? Here, coach. And booyah, Isaiah Oliver is now starting at safety. So, again, so much people talk crap about that addition and who's this guy and who's that guy. Man, he just deserves a lot of love for a friggin' guy who's been starting all over the place because of all these Jets secondary injuries. Just, Isaiah Oliver deserves some love. And I just want to say this real quick on your it's going to be my your whole stat here. Is I kind of like that Drake May is willing to take risk and make plays because Jacoby Brissett's ass wasn't, or maybe the car was incapable of making those kind of twists and turns like it's, Toyota Drift or something. Like, for Drake May, that means there's going to be opportunities, for the love of God, for this team to catch some interceptions. They only have 2 interceptions as a defense this entire season, which, again, that's not last in the league. There's a few that have 0 and 1, but for God's sakes, maybe the Jets can create a couple of turnovers. That'd be nice. So, there's some risk here because Drake May can make big plays, but on the other side, it's like, ooh, okay, maybe he can create some turnovers and short fields for the offense. Go ahead, Woody.
If he throws it to Sauce, I don't think it's going to be picked off. That's all I got.
Oh yeah. Oh, let me see. Here's trivia. Here's trivia time. Woody, let me get trivia music. Okay, here we go. Okay. Turn it down. Okay, here is random trivia happening here on the show. Let's see if you're ready, Woody. Okay. When, or let me rephrase it this way, because like I said, it's in the article that's going to drop in a little bit here. Okay. Sauce Gardner does not have an interception so far this season. Spoiler alert if you didn't know that. How long is the streak of games that Sauce Gardner, I'm just trying to put it in the simplest way possible.
Since he got his last interception?
Yeah, how many games has it been since he got his last interception? That's the easiest way to put it.
So they played 7 this season. I think he only had... No, he didn't have one last season, so 17 games, so 24. He had one against the Steelers. Was that his last one? If that's his last one, then that's pretty bad. I'm assuming that there had to have been one since the Steelers. But we're already at 24 games. Give me 30. Let me see, week 4. So that was a week 4 game, 13. So that was 37. All right, give me 35 games.
Cut the music. It's only 31, but 31 games. It's been nearly 2 complete seasons. I mean, for the love of God, since Sauce Gardner's had a pick, I read that. I'm like, that can't be right. And then you go, yeah. 31 straight games since Sauce Gardner's had a pick for those counting at home. There's your random trivia of the day. Good Lord. Have
What was
mercy.
the game? Do you know?
I don't off the top of my head. No, I do not. But it
'cause
probably,
I
if
know,
you go, Pittsburgh was week 4 of the prior season, way before.
It probably
So.
was he had one against the Dolphins.
Oh yeah, when that was week 5. You're right. That was Skylar Thompson. He had the interception when it kind of floated up to the right sideline. That was probably the last one.
That was week 5. So he had to have had one like later in the
possible. You think we would remember them? So since they're so few and far between, they'd be more memorable. Like good days. 1866, a good year. Yeah, you think you would remember that, but it's the same. Yeah, and Rich Samini actually asked this question. Our father, same number of games since Rodgers has thrown 300 games. But Rich asked on the podcast, this is where all this information came from. He said, what happens first, an Aaron Rodgers 300+ yard passing game or a Sauce Gardner catching an interception? And here's another one to think about too, Woody, because they put this on the Jets Game Day show. Which one happens first today? Devontae Adams touchdown or Hassan Reddick sack?
Oh, touchdown. I'm not gonna lie, Devontae Adams touchdown ruined about 3 parlays I had the other week.
Fair enough.
Christian Gonzalez is pretty good. I don't think either are going to happen today, unfortunately.
No. I had a few fans that said both of us. Said, "Oh, I love the optimism." Okay, there you go.
Well,
but apparently not.
You know me. Got to keep it real.
I appreciate that. By the way, we got a super chat coming in. Every time I get a YouTube super chat, we go to my beautiful daughter, Zariah Luna.
Wow.
Speaking of Devontae, said we hope the Devontae speech will have the Jets flying. Take flight, Tony Alexio. Appreciate the super chat, brother. We can only hope. Again, there was 2 speeches this week. Devontae Adams rallying the Jets and Gerard Mayo saying his team is a bunch of soft losers. So we'll see which one apparently has the bigger impact today on Jets Game Day. We will indeed find out. All right, that was a long diatribe. Sorry, that got my juices flowing. One of my favorite shows, a spinoff of Breaking Bad, Better Call Hall. I love that show. All right, give us a sneak peek. What's going to be on this episode?
I cannot lie. That was a tremendous show. Started pretty slow though. I'm not gonna lie. The first 2 seasons were kind of
good show though. Really good show.
Yeah, if you are see that, you need to be a Jets fan, someone who's used to seeing garbage, right? If you stick through
slow starts, right?
Yes,
I see.
Then oh my god, the finish! That last season was a masterpiece. But yeah, Better Call Hall. If you follow us on Instagram, then you've actually kind of already seen what I discovered, because this was random. I was typing up an article being like, I'm liking Breece, with Devontae, right? It's impossible to stack that box. There will be no more stack boxes for the rest of the season. So let me just look at Breece's numbers. And I was in shock seeing the difference between Nathaniel Hackett and Todd Downing with the play calling. So Breece Hall under Downing's play calling, 155 total yards per game. Right.
Wow.
He's doing that in 20 touches for 7 yards per touch, which this pace would be the best of his career. Obviously, it's only been 2 games, so we expect some sort of fall off. But it's been spectacular. Nathaniel Hackett, it was 69 total yards per game.
Oh God.
Yes.
Good Lord.
On 17 touches, so still, a similar amount of touches, but it was 4 yards per touch, which is horrible. I mean, to say the least.
Not awful.
I mean, even if you have 4 yards per carry, think about it that way. 4 yards per carry is not that good, right? And
that's a first down every 4 plays.
When you're catching the ball as much as Breece does, right? That's supposed to drive up the number, because obviously receptions, you usually get more than just 3 or 4 yards. So last year it was 5.3, but his rookie season it was 6.8. So he's been used to having a lot of yards per touch, and Downing has brought that back out of this team. So you look at the other side. What have the Patriots been doing with opposing running backs? Hasn't been great since they have faced the Jets, right? They've had 4 games since facing the Jets. They have allowed a 100-yard rusher in 3 out of 4. In that fourth one where they didn't allow a 100-yard rusher, they allowed 2 80-yard rushers.
I see. Wow.
It was the Dolphins. Raheem Mostert had 80, and then Jalen Wright, who, if he walked in my house, I would call the cops because I wouldn't know who he was. I don't think his picture was on ESPN. Had 86 yards. So they have been allowing a lot of rushing yards in every single game. That might be the softness that Mayo is talking about. So maybe, this is a game that they get it back, right? Like they're like, oh, we're not going to play soft, and they might get back on track. But I don't think they have the personnel. I don't think they have the personnel. And against this team, this Jets team who has so many weapons, receivers, tight end, I don't think they can put themselves in a position to stop Breece Hall. I think this is a Breece Hall game. I think he will become the 4th out of 5 games to get 100 yards on the ground. He just did it against Buffalo, right? Telling us that he's back. I know he struggled with the run game against the Steelers, be at 100 receiving yards. So he has been a huge factor in these Todd Downing plays, or these Todd Downing games, excuse me. So I think this is about to be a good one. He might have 100 rushing and receiving. I'm not going to lie.
Wow.
Breece in fantasy, it's time to just sit back and relax.
Hey, Wudi, 2 stats for you. Two to add to Better Call Hall. Number 1, Breece Hall leads all running backs in receiving yardage so far this season with 307. Yep, check that one off. Here's another one for you. Breece Hall is the only player in the National Football League that has 300-plus yards rushing and 300-plus yards receiving. Shout out to Caroline Hendershot, the wonderful, amazing, talented, beautiful Jets reporter for the team. Caroline Hendershot on that juicy stat, baby. So 300-plus in rushing, 300-plus in receiving, leading the RBs and receiving. I mean, it is absolutely spectacular. So you love to see it. So Breece Hall, stock up. But there was a question in here from Dakota. He's like, Braylon Allen, where the hell is that bastard? Seriously, what about Braylon Allen, who, by the way, has been phased out? If you do that same kind of analysis of like, oh, wow, Breece Hall is this under Todd Downing? Braylon Allen has disappeared under Todd Downing, which I have found pretty interesting as a guy that, unfortunately, over the last couple of weeks had been forced to start Braylon Allen in fantasy. I have been underwhelmed by the results, but thankfully I've been able to make some moves, some trades where Braylon Allen goes back on the bench where he comfortably belongs, that bastard. But in all seriousness, for the Jets offense, where the hell is Braylon Allen gone? We thought he was mini Derrick Henry earlier this season. Now he's been cryogenically frozen again.
Nothing's changed, right? He still could be mini Derrick Henry. I think it's really more the ascension of Breece than it is anything that Braylon Allen has done. I think we all went into the season knowing that Breece was RB1. It's just that, the Jets have had issues blocking, right? And Braylon is more suited to handle contact in the backfield. So he was having greater success, but now that the blocking has picked up a bit, Breece, it's time to go, man.
Stock up. All right, Wudi, before any phone calls or anything of that nature, we must get to the business of this. And great Wudi 3, as always. What is your prediction for this contest? Are the Jets going to sweep the New England Patriots for the first time in 24 years? That was when Bill Belichick was in season number 1 for New England. Was the last time the New York Jets pulled out a broom and beat New England senseless with it. Does that happen again, or are the Patriots tying up this season series?
Let's savor this moment, Boy Green. Let's savor this.
Okay, savor it. Sure.
Yes, because I don't know how many more wins I'm going to be predicting on this show. So
wow,
we gotta. Okay. We have to. I don't know. This could be the last. We don't know. So let's just take a deep breath.
Okay. All right.
We're going to win. We're going to win. All right.
Are you trying to
This
convince
is
yourself, or are you
Jets
just
win.
repeating it?
What?
I said, are you trying to convince yourself with the chanting, or are you just like really savoring it?
No, I'm savoring. I'm savoring
Oh,
because
okay.
I know for Thursday, that L is coming. So I'm just trying to live in the moment. Live in the moment because today it's a dub. There's no way I like to keep it real. Realistically, something would have to go horribly wrong. And even if Aaron Rodgers went down, I'm not gonna wood, right? Tyrod could come in and still beat this team, no problem. Like I don't know what would have to happen to have the Jets lose this game. So, Jameis Winston, we eating dubs. We eating dubs today, boy. We eating dubs.
Yeah.
Now, I do think Drake May is for real. That's why I gave him a shout out in the Wudi 3. So I'm not gonna lie. I know Hassan's back, all these people are back. But it's their first game back. Drake has legs. I'm gonna give them 21 points. I think it's gonna be 31-21. New York Jets over the Patriots. Sweeping first time. I mean, they better get used to this because they're about to get swept the next few years. Starting with this one, 31-21, New York Jets.
Yeah, I want to make this very clear because Snowball, a loyal member of the Boy Green Coffee Club, says, is sweeping NE, a.k.a. New England, really a big deal this season? Let me make this perfectly clear, okay? I don't give a flying hoot what the circumstances are. The Jets sweeping New England for the first time in 24 years is absolutely a massive deal as the Jets start their own streak against this trash-ass New England Patriots organization. So, yes, I don't care what the circumstances are. I say this, but I don't really mean it. If somehow it's obviously can't be true because the Jets have beaten another team not named New England so far this season. But if somehow the Jets could go 2-15 and their only 2 wins were against the Patriots, I would sign up for that because I hate the Patriots almost more than I love the Jets. But again, like I said, it's impossible. They have already won a game not named New England so far this season. But you get the point. 100%. It will always be a big deal to me. I hate New England. And to be honest, the Jets, with what they've done so far this season, will have to win a few games that maybe people didn't expect, which means obviously you got to win the games you were supposed to win. And we were supposed to sweep New England this season when you look at the numbers and the team and the everything from that perspective. You're giving that offense a little bit more love than I will, Wudi. Again, Drake May is exciting, and I think there is a splash play to be had here, there, or otherwhere. And I've been hurt and burned before by being a little too overzealous, you could say, with some of these Jets predictions all over the place.
Oh, every week.
However, well, I don't know if it's every week. I don't know who's keeping track of that sort of thing. But effectively,
I mean, we can just play the date. But yes, every week. All right. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. What do you got now?
I have the Jets winning this game against New England. The Jets are putting 34 on the board, and the New England Patriots are having 12. They're having a couple of field goals. That's what's happening.
That's crazy.
34-12. Jets blow the barn doors off them. Will McDonald's getting 2 sacks. He's getting a double-digit sacks already through the first 8 games of the season. Sam Reddick's getting 2 sacks. We are going to town, baby. Okay, and no Alan Lazard. I know
what would be the overzealous prediction, because I feel like it doesn't get more overzealous than that.
I know you're very emotional, Woody, because Alan Lazard is doubtful for the game, and I know officially. By the way, we had a question earlier. I don't know who asked it, but 2 people that were doubtful were ruled out yesterday. So you get a final quote unquote injury report on Friday. On Saturday, we had a few of the doubtful people, which, like I said, I think that's kind of like a 25% chance of playing. Those guys were both downgraded out. I believe that was Ashton and Tony Adams. Lazard was not ruled out yesterday. I still feel it's incredibly unlikely that we see him today, which, of course, opens the door for Malachi Corley to be active for the first time in 3 weeks. As Zach Roseblatt said, he's been a healthy scratch for 3 straight weeks, so we should see Corley. I don't know how much we're seeing him on the offense, but hopefully at least in the return game would be kind of nice. So, yeah, I know this is an emotional time for you, Woody, with Alan Lazard, this guy who is,
I mean,
second on the team in receiving yards.
He is our glorious touchdown king.
Sure.
And now I don't know how are the Jets scoring touchdowns. I hope Breece can score 4. We'll see what happens.
Okay, beautiful. So we both have a Jets win. See, there you go. Woody, how often does that happen, huh?
It happened last week, and we didn't get one in real life. But I just realistically, all the factors at play, I just don't see how the Jets would lose a game. Like I said, even multiple injuries, there's so much depth. I wouldn't expect to see Corley on the field. It's no disrespect. I mean, he's not better than Devontae or Garrett or Mike Will. I know.
Oh, not even in the return game, you don't think?
I would be shocked. I would be shocked to see. Yeah. That's not hate. I'm just, it just seems like they're still waiting to see something from him that they haven't seen. There was something else I was gonna say, but I can't remember. So,
all right.
So
he's probably gonna tell me I'm handsome or I'm never wrong on my predictions. Was it either of those?
Definitely not the latter. You are a handsome man, Boy Green, but your predictions. I'm not even gonna lie. I have a litter box right here. My cat literally just took a shit right there.
Wow, that's specific.
And that's where your predictions have been. I'll throw all.
So you're saying I'm due, is what you're saying?
Due? No. I think your takes are due. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, I see. Wrong due there. I see. Absolutely.
Yes,
all right. Wudi, I appreciate that prediction. We didn't talk about this before the show. What is your time frame? Do you have a time for callers? What are you calling an audible here?
I unfortunately I do not. Everybody in my household is sick, including your boy.
God.
It's one of those. But make sure that the kids are all right. Get some wings air fried up so that we can watch the game still. And let's go Jets. And to the callers, I'm sorry that I missed y'all, but hey, let's enjoy today because it's about to be glorious.
Well, I just want to say that Wudi, I have absolutely no problem with you punting. The Patriots are going to do it a lot this today, so that's 100%.
Is easy backstage?
He's about to be. Why would you?
Well, he said he want to talk to Wudi. I mean, hey man.
Oh,
the kids can wait.
Oh, oh my. Okay. Okay. You guys can call into the show right now. You guys can do it. That comment is now posted in the comment section, and we are now pinning that message. That is now pinned. If you guys would like to call into the show, feel free to do so. That is youtube.com/boygreen25. Shout out to the 300 plus people in the room. We appreciate you. Like the video. Hit subscribe, and here you go. Ask and you shall receive. EZ here on the show. Wow.
Yo.
Good morning, Wudi. Good morning.
Good morning, EZ.
How you doing, buddy?
Hanging in. Been up all night, just out here cleaning up things that I'm not trying to even see, let alone clean up, throw up and all that type of stuff. But it's all good because you know what? In about 5 hours, we're gonna be watching a masterpiece.
Yeah, if I can get to a TV that broadcasts it. I got 3 vehicles. My Cadillac needs a camshaft installed. My Corvette is still at the paint shop for 6 months, and my van needs a battery.
Wait, to get someone from the bar to come grab you, man. Someone's got to do a pickup delivery service. It's gonna be like a.
Here's the thing.
Okay.
If you look at a map of North Carolina, you'll see where Raleigh, North Carolina is, right?
Okay.
Right. I live east of Raleigh, and everybody else goes to the bar in the town called Cary.
Oh.
And that means containment area for relocated Yankees.
I see. Which, by the way, speaking of Yankees, Yankees down 2-0.
Oh, goodness. Hey, let me tell you something. The Dodgers are a juggernaut. Yeah. Nobody can stop their hitting machine. They're just amazing. I've never seen a team with this much offense in the playoffs ever. They have destroyed everybody.
Yeah.
So EC, we can buy championships. The Dodgers are apparently bought one this offseason. We can too. Look at all the talent we have. That's inspirational. Great.
I don't know if Steve Cohen buys the Jets. Maybe we can attempt to buy it. But, actually, I got to give Woody some love. Well, not just you too, Woody, but I mean Woody Johnson. I got to give him Woody. I got to give him some love. He may not know what the hell he's doing.
Sure.
He may be a bumbling idiot when it comes to football, but the guy at least is trying. When he first bought the team, he promised that he would move them back to New York, and he did. And the Dolan family with MSG killed that deal on the West Side. So he has always been up and up with the fans. Now, raising the ticket prices next year, that's a stupid move. But, what are you going to do?
Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah, I saw that on the season ticket prices. 3 straight years of increases. That's
can't even increase the record. He's talking about increase the price.
If anything, he should, lower them. Get the fans in, because the whole thing with football fans is you got to grab the kids, not in a sick, twisted way, but you got to get the kids because that's your fan base. If you can get the kids, then you can build a fan base. Lowering the prices will allow us old assholes that are addicted to the Jets to afford to pay for the children. Because hot dogs are $90 and shit like that. So
they are. It's crazy.
Which again, I think the one change I would like to see Woody Johnson make has absolutely nothing to do with the football team. After being in Atlanta with my father for 2 games, one was Georgia Tech Notre Dame that happened to also be in the Falcon Stadium. They have their own stadium, but for whatever reason they played it there. I think because Notre Dame's a big deal. And then Falcon Seahawks. They have the cheapest concessions in all of sports, and it was terrific. The food, the drink, the everything, super. It's more than reasonable. I mean, it was ridiculous with how low everything was. It had people going back to the concession stand 2, 3, 4 times during the game. It was terrific. So shout out to all the people down there in Hotlanta, baby.
Well, if he could, and I know it's really hard nowadays, but with the price of land and everything, if he could build a new stadium, the area right near where the Islanders are, that's a big piece of land over there in the Belmont Park area. That'd be perfect. If he could build a unit there, a stadium there, that would be great, because that's the fan base is Long Island. We are the fan base.
That would be great. Easy, any final thoughts here for Woody before we let him go?
I like turtles. I'm just kidding.
There you go. Who doesn't?
I have a question, actually. I have a question.
Go ahead.
Because I am in North Carolina.
I'm in Zebulon.
Okay. Yeah, I'm in Chapel Hill, pretty close to UNC, but not too close. I mean, not too far from Cary. What is the name of the spot in Cary?
Rally Point. Do you know where that Bass Pro Shops is off of Harrison Avenue? It's right off of it's exit 287 off of I-40.
Oh, okay. All right. Yes. All right.
Yeah, Rally Point Pub is right in the shopping center with the Bass Pro Shop.
Okay. All right. Well,
there you go. That's your new spot, Woody.
You probably won't see me today, because then I'll end up getting everybody sick. But definitely this season we're gonna have to catch a game.
Y2K goes there too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, see, that'd be great.
I'm all for that.
And Richie from Southern Jet goes there.
Yeah, there you go. Nice. It's a celebrity.
We got a good representation.
I appreciate that. Well, thank you, Easy. And as Alan just said, today's show is brought to you by MapQuest, as we just figured all that out. But Woody FFL98 brought in this comment. I love your points to the game, graphics, everything, always well done. So shout out to you, Woody, and thank you for taking a call. However you want a charity call. We appreciate that. Before you head back to your family. Thank you.
No, definitely appreciate you guys. Green, thank you for even let me be on the show. But for everybody watching, appreciate the feedback, appreciate the love, appreciate the hate. When that happens as well. Let's go Jets. This is a day where we should all be able to breathe, relax. All right, the losing streak is done. Bring out your broom, sweep your house, sweep everything, because the Jets will be sweeping today. And let's celebrate.
All right, Woody, we'll be, again, to reiterate, we'll be seeing you a lot. We got Boy Green Meets Woody on Tuesday. We got Boy Green Meets Woody on Thursday with DJ Bieneme of ESPN, the Houston Texans. He'll be joining us on a game day episode. Woody will also join us that morning on Boy Green Daily. It's Woody Overdrive. Stock up
Woody
on
week.
your Woody. Yeah, there you go. That's exactly it. So, Woody, get healthy, and we'll see you over the next couple of days.
Absolutely.
Peace out. There he is, Woody, joining us here on the show. We'll stay on and answer a few more of your phone calls. It's a game day edition of Jets, Patriots, and all that jazz. Let's go back to the phone lines. Johnny Boy joins us here on the program with Huega House.
Boy Green, good morning, brother. How are you, man?
Yeah, I'm doing spectacular, my friend. Spectacular.
How happy were you watching that game last night? I bet you had the biggest grin in your face, bro, watching that game last night.
I just have to say, for all the Mets people, and we have a lot of Mets fans in our audience, which is super cool. But the Mets fans, we had Bill, he called the Jake Asman show, and he's this Mets guy, and he said, I'm rooting for the Yankees because New York. I'm like, give me a friggin' break, pal. I'm not rooting for Dick. I hope the Yankees get their ass swept, for God's sake. So sorry to all our Yankees Jet fans, but screw you bastards. No, I hate the Yankees. Absolutely not. So I hope they go down in a fiery pit of hell. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't stand both teams, man. I don't like the Dodgers. Never have, never will. The Yankees, same thing. You know, it's one of those.
Then it's Giants Patriots. When I watch those Super Bowls, I'm going to be honest, I hesitated zero. I was the biggest big blue Giants fan on the planet. Beat the Patriots twice for all I care. So Eli Manning, great. I love Eli Manning. That was terrific. So I was rooting harder than anybody for the Giants in both of those Patriots Super Bowls. I didn't think twice. Beautiful.
And then that fight yesterday, man, I can't believe Holloway got knocked out the way he did. But that dude is a beast, bro, from Spain.
Yeah.
Coming in with the desperado. Woo. Anyways, today's the day, brother. Today is the day that our New York Jets start the streak. What streak do I say? And I'm talking about the 10-0 streak that's gonna go ahead and start, and we're going to go nuts. I think today is the Aaron Rodgers game. Ooh. Aaron Rodgers and wide receiving company game. I think Garrett shows out today. I also believe Devonta Adams gets a duddy in regards to that. So they need it. It's needed. Sure. They really need it. They need a giant confidence booster right now because all the crap that they're having to deal with right now, all the media outlets saying, oh, damn, it sucks that you got a guy that just came in 10 minutes is already calling out your locker room and stuff like that. You know, this could possibly be the Lindor speech behind closed door with the teams to kind of get the car rolling and whatnot. So I'm hyped. I'm excited. Everybody, let's go. Let's get it on. Get on your Jets gear. You know, if you're in Carolina, go to the Cary Rally Point spot.
Yeah, that's something of that nature. Yeah, I was a little confused on the map because I lived in South Carolina, not North Carolina. So, the Pro Bass Shop to the left. If you take a circle around the Price Chopper and the Buy Low and a Piggly Wiggly, and I got lost there. I'm going to be honest. Didn't quite. I'll have to go back and watch a tail of the tape to quite get a proper, Waze, a proper Google Map action on that. But we'll get there. Yep.
Yeah, I think, again, this game today, it's a real game that I think the Jets needed as a whole team, not just only Aaron, though. I'm talking about on the defense side. If any game that we needed for us to try to get better because of the injuries that we have to the defense is this one. For sure. So, I mean, Green Goblin, do some of your work.
Yeah, revenge game. Yeah.
Oliver, you already know. So I'm actually not that concerned with the safety because I thought Oliver and I think that Mills are pretty good as well. So I'll be intrigued to see that. And stop finding our guy Quincy $45,000 off of a hit that he wasn't.
Brutal. Yeah, he was pissed, and I don't blame him.
Yeah, but BG, appreciate you, man. Keep doing your stuff. I was winning 24 9, bro. I only think they get a couple of field goals.
There you go.
So let's go Jets.
Can't wait. Thank you, Johnny. Appreciate you calling in the show, baby. Phone lines are open. YouTube.com/boygreen25. We appreciate you. Got 300 people in the room. Make sure you guys like the video, hit subscribe. And again, we're 39 members away from NY Jets FL getting his gosh darn emoji for the love of everything that's holy. Speaking of, let's bring him on the show. NY Jets FL joins us here.
Oh, good morning. I'd be willing to. I'm honored to get an emoji, but I'd be honored. I would be willing to take some of the funds and get Edward Ziff a real set of headphones, because every time that guy calls, between his heavy breathing and static, it's really bad. Edward, I love you as a caller, but it's so bad to listen to him. Paul.
Yes.
Okay. We need to take a page out of the Brian Flores page today. Okay.
Ooh, okay.
There is no Jalen Polk. Jalen Polk is, I don't even know if he's the number one. He's out. Hunter Henry's the number one. Mm-hmm. I'd say we just lock down on whatever they're going to throw out there, whatever no-name players are playing. Take our number 1 and 1A corners, lock them down, and I would blitz the hell out of Drake May.
Ooh,
I mean, every chance I could. Why would you want to keep them, their mindset that they're going to be in the game and they're going to muck this up and keep it a low scoring game? We need to be aggressive on the defense. Mm-hmm. I don't want, and especially, since he's mobile, I don't want him to think, he's Josh Allen, where he's going to let the pass rush come up field and he's gonna run for 10 yards and slide. I would even spy him too, constantly. I would just put a spy
for sure.
Him. Let's start with that one.
Yeah, again, I can't remember what game it was. It was semi-recent. I think it was, that's what we used against Josh Allen. Jamie Sherwood ended up being the spy for that game. So I wonder if that's who they will use again. He'd be an interesting guy, potentially, because you want Quincy doing what Quincy Williams normally does. You probably don't want to sacrifice his role for a spy. So it's probably going to be Sherwood, I imagine. That's what they did for Josh Allen. I think that was the game that they used for him recently. I'm curious to see with the return of Hassan Reddick. Again, we have to be realistic on, what we can ask of him. But I'm curious if they're going to try to, they've been blitzing a lot this season. Do they sit back and try to allow the 4 to go? Again, that's a little risky depending on what level of Hassan Reddick we're getting, because the 4 hasn't been able to consistently get home outside of Will McDonald so far this season. That's just the honest truth. It's Will McDonald at 8 sacks, and the next closest guy is 2.5, which I believe is Michael Clemens. So we need some other juice. Man, rushing him and not allowing him to think. Again, he's a young quarterback, we talked about it with Taylor Kyles. I can't remember what day of the show that was earlier this week. If you watch Drake May college tape, he has so many WTF throws that just kind of come, and you're like, whoa, what did he see there? And those are obviously big takeaway opportunities for the New York Jets. So I'd love to see a turnover fest and let this Jets defense feast, which they've been unable to do from a turnover perspective all season.
To your point, Paul, if you do get 2 edge pass rushers running up field, maybe we see Quinnen get some, relief. These double teams, this continuous double teaming, possibly triple teaming. So he's got a chance to maybe get some interior pressure, maybe even a turnover. But I don't see why I don't see why we can't play Malachi Corley. Why we're not getting anything out of the kickoffs and punts? Put the kid in there. I'm willing to take. What's his name? I just lost it. Our regular returner.
Xavier Gibson? Yeah. Isaiah Davis?
Yeah. He holds the ball. He looks like he's fumbling. I mean, he needs contacts or what? I mean, he's got questionable ball catchable skills when it comes to returns. It looks like it's a hot potato when he's catching it. It's you cringe. You're almost like, waiting for a mistake to happen. Being in a 1:00 game, Paul, at least we can watch maybe the Buffalo game, because I think Buffalo's going to get lit up by Seattle. I don't think they're going to be able to handle that kind of. Seattle's a decent team, and that stadium's going to be rough. So I'm hopefully optimistic we can get a game closer. I'm still not giving up on the division. I don't care.
Me either.
I'm not going to, unless we lose today. Obviously, we're going to be heavy sellers, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. Thanks, Paul. Have a great day, and let's get a nice solid W, and that's it.
All right, there you go. NY Jets FL, baby. And again, raising money for Easy to get a new headset. How selfless of NY Jets FL. I could really appreciate that. Again, guys, make sure you guys like that video, hit subscribe. A lot there from NY Jets FL. A lot there to consider for this Jets game. And yes, I picked Seattle in a couple of our NFL pick segments, which you guys can find in our Discord. So yeah, not too shabby, baby. All right, let's go back to the phone lines. You got B-Mac here on the show. What's up, B-Mac? Yeah.
Hey.
Well, I'll say this. I respect that you're wearing this Yankees hat despite being down 0-2 in the World Series. What a guy. I respect it.
Yeah. I'm representing the Yankees today.
Sure.
They're in the World Series, so sorry, Paul. Hope you don't get offended. But,
no, I'm the it takes a lot to offend me. So no offense taken here. No offense taken here. But it's good to see the Yankees in the World Series for the first time in like 15 years. So great to see they're really showing up. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm going in. I don't think I talked to. It's been a while too.
It has. I've been wondering what the hell's been going on, man. Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know. Maybe last night you lost. Not lost. Not last night. Last week lost in Pittsburgh. Kind of. I was kind of depressed, so maybe I was too depressed to call in. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Look, I'm not giving up on this team. I still got hope in them. I still got faith in them.
Mm-hmm.
I've been saying that on Jake Hassman's show. I know a lot of Jet fans are checking out right now. A lot of them, and rightfully so. You know what I mean? Like, it's been brutal these last 4 games, man. Now I know what being a Jet fan is. You know what I mean? Like me rooting for the Packers. Like, all right, well, every single week we were winning. Every single game we were winning with Rodgers. You know what I mean? It's like we can't not lose. And now it feels like the Jets, they don't give that good fortune. You know what I mean? It seems like every week they lose, and you think they're gonna win, and they just find ways to just rip you hard out your soul. And last week, 15-6, they were rolling, they were moving the ball. I thought, all right, this is gonna be a blowout. And then after that interception, man, things just went haywire. And now we got Russell Wilson looking like Seattle Russell Wilson in the second half. Russ was getting booed. I was like, okay, can this be, Russ is getting
this is
booed.
Great. Yeah.
He's playing terribly. Maybe this night that we can, stick it to Pittsburgh, get in their fans.
Would have been nice.
I don't know, man. Yeah. But now we on to the day.
Yes.
I think we're gonna win today. But
beautiful.
Something in my soul tells me not to trust them. Like we should win, but
sure.
Like it's the I hate to say it, like it's the Jets. You know what I mean? Like I don't know what I'm gonna get from this team today. Like I don't know.
Right.
Like like this can be an ugly win, like a 9-6 or a 13-10. Or the Jets can go in there and blow them out. 35 to 7. Like that's the thing.
Oh,
like,
nice.
I don't
sure.
know what
Yeah,
team
prefer that,
get.
please. Yeah.
So I'm kind of nervous. But what's your response about me being a little nervous for this game? Like, do you think I should be nervous?
Let me just say it this way. I understand you're not the only one. I understand everyone who's nervous. The Jets have lost 4 games in a row, and they apparently needed a speech from a guy that showed up there 5 minutes ago to kind of rally the team. I can understand why anyone is concerned or worried or anything of that nature. And plus, I think a lot of us Jet fans are pre-programmed to have these New England Patriots demons and ghosts of yesteryear always haunting you, because always when the Jets are down, the Patriots gave you that final kill shot of like, where you're floating, right? The Jets have been kind of smacked around the boxing ring and they're like, wait, I'm kind of knocked out on my feet here. And then New England gives you that uppercut and then you're all of a sudden you're flat on your back. New England has had a propensity and an affinity for doing that over the last couple of years. So I understand any of that hoopla, but I would just say this, that number one, New England is not the same New England team they were in the past that haunted you. And number 2, the Jets just need to look in the mirror and go, holy friggin' crap, we're an incredibly talented football team. It's time to maximize this thing. And again, I've kind of used the term of just turning over the engine. So no, you or anyone else that is concerned or anything of that nature, I don't disparage you for having any kind of concerns or worries. But hopefully an emphatic victory today can quell some of those nerves heading into a short week game against the Houston Texans on Thursday Night Football.
And the one thing too, and Jake said too, I mean, I know Rodgers is banged up a lot, but I mean, we know he wasn't gonna sit out in this game, and we already knew he was there. Like, come on, like
I agree. Yeah, I thought that talk was crazy.
Unless he really can't go, he's gonna go.
Well, right. Yeah, I agree. Yes.
Yeah, and I think the Jets should do today is get up to a lead, man. Get up to 21 to zip, get up to 28 to zip, coast, and then in the mid fourth quarter or the beginning of the fourth quarter, sit Rodgers, take him out, sit Rodgers, and put Tyrod in, and have him get some reps and get Rodgers ready for the short week on Thursday night against the Houston Texans. A game that's going to be huge.
Of course.
Because if they win today and beat the Texans, they're right back in this thing.
Absolutely, they're 4-5.
So, I think if hopefully the Jets can get up big, fourth quarter rest. Take Rodgers out, put Tyrod in, and get him ready for Thursday. What are your opinion about that?
Yeah, that would be great to be in a position to be able to do that. That's the golden thing, especially heading into a short week, that you can build up such a lead that you could be able to give some guys some rest heading into it. There's no doubt about it. You'll obviously have the mini bye on the other side. After the Texans game, you'll have 10 days until your next game, which is obviously incredibly encouraging from a health perspective, which should be there. But yeah, the people that said, and Easy talked about it situationally, and other people have talked about it like for a full game of benching Rodgers so he could get healthy. He was riding the stationary bike at certain points this week. Obviously Rodgers is banged up, but he's a tough SOB, and he's going to keep playing through it until he can't play through it anymore. The Jets just, again, if they could get in a position where they could give him some extra rest in the middle of the game, terrific. As long as we have Aaron Rodgers, I always feel confident in this team. So sure, yeah, that'd be wonderful if we could script it out that way.
Yeah, and then the one thing we'll go.
Yes.
God forbid if somehow the Jets lose. God forbid.
Oh God.
Do you think they should bench Rodgers for the rest of the year, or just keep playing him?
Yeah, I've heard people bring this up as a possibility. When do you bench? To me, we're nowhere near benching Rodgers for any reason. Even if they lost this game, obviously the season is very much in jeopardy. On life alert. On I've fallen and I can't get up. That's where the Jet season would be if they lose. But in terms of benching Rodgers, no. Rodgers is riding this thing out for the rest of the year. What would he be saving it for? It doesn't. Again, if he's legitimately hurt, to your point, if he's hurt, then fine. That's one thing. But if he has any say in it, he's going to keep playing, and that's the way it should be. But appreciate it, B-Mac. Thanks for the call, brother.
Real quick.
Okay.
I got my score prediction.
Yes,
today.
Go ahead. Yeah,
I got the Jets. I'm gonna go with my head or my heart. I got the Jets winning 35-6.
Oh, beautiful. Love it. Okay, good one, B-Mac. 35-6. Sign me the hell up, baby. All right, let's head back to the phone lines. Esden Zone. My father joins us here on the program. Pop?
Hey now. How's it going?
There you go. How do you follow up that call? 35-6 blowout win, maybe, for the Jets.
That's also somebody who's wearing a too tight hat of a losing team. But anyways.
All right.
Just a couple quick hitters. It's time for the Jets to shut up, right? How many times are we going to say, "Oh, this is the too talented team to lose"? They're 2-5. They're 2-5. It's time to shut up and win, right? And by the way, you can look at it two ways. If Devontae Adams is going to have any benefit by that speech, he should have saved it for today. Think about every speech. Anybody's ever played football, everyone been in a sport, you get pumped up, you give that speech right before you run out on the field. Doing it 6 days, these are business people. These are people making business decisions. They're doing this to get a check. Do you think that 6 days ago somebody said something's going to have impact on today? The answer is no. The fact is they're talented. They're getting freaking paid. Go play the game. Go shut up. Wham, wham, wham. We were flat. You're the better athletes on the field. Go and show it and beat them. Beat the brakes off them. And if this looks like a game like the Titans or the Broncos, which is I'm really concerned it's going to be, then they really need to start self-evaluating. And, a lot of heads need to roll, benching, things of that nature. So they really just need to stop talking about how talented they are. Devontae Adams, this is the most talented huddle I've ever seen. All right, well, then show somebody.
Yeah.
Who've you beaten?
Okay.
You've beaten the freaking Patriots. That's who you beat.
And the Titans.
And the Titans, which you should have lost.
Well, there could be something to be said for that. Hey, so if the Jets end up blowing the barn doors off the Patriots, where will you? For people who don't know, you're a history buff. Where would you put the Devontae Adams speech of the greatest speeches in U.S. American history? Where would Devontae kind of fit in there?
Low.
Low. Oh,
it doesn't. It won't even fit on the scale.
Oh, that's
at
come
the
on,
bottom.
Like JFK.
Because I would have tell you what, I would have loved to have been a mind reader, right? If you have like subtitles of the guys in the room, the guys are like, "Hey, somebody tell this guy to shut the fuck up," right? The game's over. I'd go take a shower and get the fuck out of here. Like, what were they really saying? Like,
I don't know. I feel like
you've been here 5 minutes. Shut up. That's what they were thinking.
I think the one. So you said that, that speech should have been saved right before you run out of the tunnel, and in theory, you have this juice of energy over things they just said. I think there is something to be said that you have it at the beginning of the week, fresh. It's a fresh wound after a loss, and apparently, it set the tone for this week of practice and everything that happened. Again, for a lot of Jet fans, are going to roll their eyes to that because they need to see the results on the field. But what say you can't have another fiery speech before the game? You can have multiple speeches
because it loses its impact.
Perhaps.
Right. If he stands up in front again, then people just be, all right, get out of here. Why don't you show us something? Your talent. Everyone said they're not going to have any rust on them. They know each other. They've been in bed with, they've been butt buddies for 8 years or whatever it is.
Butt buddies. Okay.
Right. Where were you? What were his stats from last week?
Yeah, 3 catches for 30 yards, I believe.
Right. So shut up. You're part of the problem.
Hey, you want to know who's part of the solution? Let's go to Board Fat 31, who just gifted 5 memberships to the Boyd Green Coffee Club. 1,000% a part of the solution.
Yep. We need Agent Zero to get the ball. Breece Hall is averaging like 20 yards per game. Take the Buffalo game out of it. And it was a great game. He did a phenomenal job. Outside, but you can't go past the reality that outside that game, the past 3 games he rushed for 20 yards a game. That's his average. That's embarrassing. With 113 burger, he's only averaging 40. Right?
Well,
so give it to Agent Zero. Get Breece. Continue to let him lead the league in receiving for running backs. But that's his role. Not an ISO, not a halfback smash, right? Get him out in space and stop pretending, right? Because eventually he's going to get hurt.
Well, again, the difference is that the New York Jets have.
That's Aaron Rodgers! Aaron Rodgers!
That's Aaron Rodgers that we have out there, which certainly helps the cause. There's no question about it. Aaron Bleepin' Rodgers.
How's he helped the cause the last 7 games?
It's a slow burn.
It's a slow burn. Anyways, I hope they win. My prediction was 23-20. Your prediction is ludicrous. It's going to be a Jets win. Maybe I'll call on the post-game show. Let's go.
Okay, beautiful. Pop, thanks for calling in. Appreciate you. Thank you. And he's getting ready for church. But yes, we will have our post-game show that's going to be in the 6:30-ish range, as long as this game isn't some crazy amount of length that we're not anticipating. Shout out to the 5 new members of the Boyd Green Coffee Club. Shout out to BoardFat31. Thank you so much. Very kind of you. Jay Reeves, you're a member of the Boyd Green Coffee Club. John LG, the Jet Stream, a way that you guys can watch Jet games with your fellow Jet compatriots during the game. R&R got gifted a membership. M. Jaludi, you've been gifted a membership. You guys are all now members of the Boyd Green Coffee Club, and let's flip the switch. We're now 34 members away from NY Jets FL getting his emoji or the money raised apparently for Easy to get a new headset, whichever hits better. But BoardFat31, thank you, sir, or ma'am. No gender specified here, but regardless, we appreciate you. Thank you so much. And as Jared B put in there, that is the Discord link. When you are a member of the Boy Green Coffee Club, you do have access to our Discord channel where the party continues well after the show. So feel free to do so. We talk about some of our game day traditions in there. I give you guys heads up on some of the guests that are coming up on the show, and you guys can support the channel and become a community member, which is a lot of fun. Let's keep going here with some of your comments here. Yeah, again, my father's comments here. Who just said that? If Taylor Sterling says, if one of our players is Pop's perspective, I want them off the team. Shitty attitude. That's what I would say. Like, you could have that perspective of, wow, this guy just showed up, but like, look at yourself going, you know what, this guy's right. This guy's been around the league. He's not just some Joe Blow 53rd guy on the roster. He's Devontae Bleepin Adams. So I think that would be motivating to me for that being said. But again, I understand a lot of Jet fans will roll their eyes at good practice week, this, that, or the other. It's about results. We'll see if the Jets will be able to do that. Taylor Sterling saying Pop has a loser mentality. Oof. That is rough. But, hey, I think the speech is going to hit. I think the speech is going to hit a certain type of way. So Matthias has Jets 24, Patriots 13. Okay, sign me up for that. I am all aboard all of these predictions I've seen so far. That is it. Yeah, Butt Buddies. That's another T-shirt waiting to happen, I guess. So Jets game day, baby. Can't wait. Terrific. Let me see if I missed anyone else. Good point. Johnny Boy Green. What's on the menu for game day? So again, for those who don't know, I don't know why you would, I guess. I don't know if I talk about it. But every Sunday, I have a tradition with my beautiful fiance and my family to go to a local diner here in Oswego. Sure, I'll give a free plug. It's Maria's, and I get a breakfast burger. Get a burger, egg over easy, bacon on top, really crispy, and I get these like fried potatoes on the side, deep fried, extra crispy. I'm an extra crispy kind of guy, and that is it. And then you use a little bit of the egg and kind of dip your potatoes in there. It's quite nice. I have the same meal every week. It is absolutely delicious. Absolutely delicious. And then at home, snacks and drinks and stuff, anything French fries, Mountain Dew, chips, things of that nature are all golden, baby. All right, let's head back to the phone line. We got our boy Snowball, the architect, quite frankly, of Jets Worldwide. Wide. What's up, Snowball?
Good morning. How are you?
Not too bad.
I have one question, and then I'm I don't know what's happening to me. I'm like I will always love this team.
Sure.
But I'm just like I'm losing the pom juice, as Alan refers to it as. But if we win today,
sure.
If we win, do we hear the Adams speech on One Jets Drive, or if we lose, do we never
That's
hear it?
That's a good point. That's a great question. And I was thinking about this the other day because obviously we've heard nothing of it outside of WOM, other people talking about it.
Right.
So I think you're right because obviously I'm pretty sure I could say this confidently because I don't think I've seen it. I don't think we've had a One Jets Drive episode in the middle of this losing streak outside of the Devontae Adams trade. Hey, look, they're reunited. So right. I don't think we've had one, and I don't blame them. They're like, oh, this probably is not going to hit very well right now. But I think you're right. If we get the win, cameras had to have been on in that locker room where they caught some of it. I think for sure. Maybe we don't get the full shish kebab because they can edit, of course, but I think we get some action 100% because like, wouldn't it be easy to sell like, look, this is the speech that changed everything. So to like give us the tail end of Pittsburgh and then that speech and how it hits and then maybe some shots of practice, maybe a Rocky montage video of like, fire,
right,
and some montage punch bag or something. We could get some of that. Yeah.
I want to hear it. I want to hear what he said.
Me too. Because everyone is saying this is the second coming of God. I'm like, wow, what in God's great earth did Devontae say in this speech? I'm ready to be motivated. So I think you're right.
I want to give credit. I want to give credit to one of the listeners in Jets YouTube land, Addison.
Okay.
He had the perfect name for it. It was the Gettysburg Address.
I love that. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, he deserves all the credit. That's terrific because that I could see because like if people remember the Andrew Luck thing and they had like the old school soldier thing and he had the Twitter account and all the jazz, I can see this picking up a lot of steam of like Gettysburg Address and Devontae and black and white photos with all the old school clothes on and everybody just kind of like he seized it. Oh yeah.
Right, he'll be dressed up in like Abraham Lincoln clothes.
Yeah, I could see it. Hey, by the way, before you head off, Snowball, Johnny Boy wanted to hop on here. Go ahead, Johnny.
I'm going to see you in like an hour and change.
That's true.
Snowball.
Yeah. Can you guys set us up real quick for what's going on Jets Worldwide? Wide today.
We have the returning champion Bobby Midnight versus
nice.
the big fella. So it is
quite
a bout today, and I want to apologize for all the bad questions today. I've been in a writing slump, but other than that, it should prove to be a very, very interesting show today. I must exit immediately after the show. I will be traveling to the city to watch the game with the rest of the Asmaniacs. I'm sorry, but just a plug
Snowball.
Yeah,
you
there
can
you
never lose the faith. The speech that Devontae gave was a speech. This is a Boy Green exclusive right now, okay?
Okay.
It is the speech that Snowball gave to me prior to our first episode of Jets Worldwide. All right? Snowball, we can't, man. This is the beginning of the streak. This is where we as Jet fans are going to enjoy ass whooping that the damn Jets are going to give the Patriots, and it's going to start ascending this team to be a fully flying over cities, dropping bombs over Baghdad, baby. Jets, Jets. Snowball, you got to believe, man. You saw what our Mets did.
Johnny, I just hope you're right, because 2 words came out of your mouth during that whole monologue was ass and streak. So I hope that it goes the opposite direction. I really do.
Sometimes when you go streaking, ass happens. So,
wise words have never been said. I love that. Snowball,
I think that
Johnny,
was a part
thanks,
of the speech
boys.
too.
I appreciate that. Boys, enjoy the day.
Peace.
There you go. Jets Worldwide, guys. Make sure you guys see it. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Jets Worldwide. Guys, make sure you search them out on YouTube, baby. Just look up Jets Worldwide. It's a Jets match game show. It's a lot of fun with a lot of Jets content creators and commenters that are very popular on the shows. They're a lot of fun. Everybody, thanks for tuning in. Make sure you guys like the video, hit subscribe, and BoardFat31, thanks again for sharing all the memberships. That means a lot, so appreciate you. Thank you. And again, we're 34 members away from NY Jets FL, so let's keep spreading the love. We will be back later today for the post-game show, which is about 2 hours after the final whistles, which should be somewhere in like the 6:30 ball club. So keep an eye on that, baby, because we will be back here as well. Also, check out Heavy on Jets. That's where all my articles will be. We're dropping another one on Sauce Gardner, and some of his struggled so far this season. That'll be coming up on Heavy on Jets in just a little bit. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in, and we will see you in a couple hours. Jets, Jets. Time to sweep the Patriots for the first time in 24 years. Better time now than any.